Longitude, imaginary lines running north to south. Longitude, imaginary lines running north to south. They help in measuring time zones. Equator, imaginary line dividing Earth into two halves. Equator, imaginary line dividing Earth into two halves. Countries near the equator are usually hot. Tropic of Cancer, latitude passing through India. Tropic of Cancer, latitude passing through India. It divides India almost into two parts. Hemisphere, half of the Earth. Hemisphere, half of the Earth. Earth has northern and southern hemispheres. Peninsula, land surrounded by water on three sides. Peninsula, land surrounded by water on three sides. India is a large peninsula in South Asia. Delta, land formed at the mouth of a river. Delta, land formed at the mouth of a river. The Sundarbans Delta is the largest in the world. Plateau, flat elevated land. Plateau, flat elevated land. The Deccan Plateau covers most of southern India. Desert, dry area with little rainfall. Desert, dry area with little rainfall. The Thar Desert lies in Rajasthan. River, natural flow of water across land. River, natural flow of water across land. The Ganga is the longest river in India. Tributary, small river joining a larger one. Tributary, small river joining a larger one. The Yamuna is a tributary of the Ganga. Glacier, large mass of ice moving slowly. Glacier, large mass of ice moving slowly. Gangotri Glacier is the source of the Ganga. Climate, long-term weather pattern of a region. Climate, long-term weather pattern of a region. India has a tropical monsoon climate. Monsoon, seasonal winds bringing rain. Monsoon, seasonal winds bringing rain. The southwest monsoon brings rainfall to most of India. Soil, upper layer of earth supporting plants. Soil, upper layer of earth supporting plants. Alluvial soil is most fertile for crops. Agriculture, cultivation of crops and animals. Agriculture, cultivation of crops and animals. Most Indians depend on agriculture for livelihood. Irrigation, artificial watering of crops. Irrigation, artificial watering of crops. Canals and tube wells are used for irrigation. Hydropower, electricity produced from water. Hydropower, electricity produced from water. Tehri Dam is a major hydropower project in India. Minerals, natural substances found in earth. Minerals, natural substances found in earth. India has rich deposits of coal and iron ore. Volcano, mountain that emits lava and gases. Volcano, mountain that emits lava and gases. Barren Island is India's only active volcano. Earthquake, shaking of the ground due to tectonic movement. Earthquake, shaking of the ground due to tectonic movement. The Richter scale measures earthquake intensity. Tsunami, large ocean wave caused by earthquakes. Tsunami, large ocean wave caused by earthquakes. The 2004 tsunami affected many coastal areas. Cyclone, violent storm with strong winds. Cyclone, violent storm with strong winds. Cyclone Fani hit Odisha in 2019. History, study of past events. History, study of past events. It helps us understand human progress. Harappan civilization, one of the world's oldest civilizations. Harappan civilization, one of the world's oldest civilizations. It developed along the Indus River. Vedic period, era when Vedas were composed. Vedic period, era when Vedas were composed. It laid the foundation of Indian culture. Mauryan Empire, India's first great empire. Mauryan Empire, India's first great empire. Chandragupta Maurya founded it in 321 BCE. Ashoka, great emperor who spread Buddhism. Ashoka, great emperor who spread Buddhism. His symbol, the Ashoka chakra, is on our flag. Gupta dynasty, known as the Golden Age of India. Gupta dynasty, known as the Golden Age of India. Art and science flourished during Gupta rule. Mughal Empire, Muslim dynasty that ruled India for centuries. Mughal Empire, Muslim dynasty that ruled India for centuries. Akbar is remembered for his religious tolerance. British rule, period of colonial control over India. British rule, period of colonial control over India. It lasted for almost 200 years. Revolt of 1857, First War of Indian Independence. Revolt of 1857, First War of Indian Independence. It marked the start of freedom struggle. Indian National Congress, political party founded in 1885. Indian National Congress, political party founded in 1885. It played a major role in the freedom movement. Mahatma Gandhi, leader who followed nonviolence. Mahatma Gandhi, leader who followed nonviolence. He led movements like Dandi March and Quit India. Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister. Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister. He promoted science and education. Subhas Chandra Bose, freedom fighter who led INA. Subhas Chandra Bose, freedom fighter who led INA. His slogan was, "Give me blood and I will give you freedom." Sardar Patel, leader who united Indian states. Sardar Patel, leader who united Indian states. He is known as the Iron Man of India. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, architect of the Indian Constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, architect of the Indian Constitution. He fought for social equality and justice. Independence, freedom from British rule. Independence, freedom from British rule. India became free on 15th August 1947. Republic Day, celebration of the Constitution's enforcement. Republic Day, celebration of the Constitution's enforcement. It is observed every 26 January. National flag, symbol of India's pride. National flag, symbol of India's pride. It has saffron, white, and green colors with the Ashoka chakra. National anthem, song that represents the nation. National anthem, song that represents the nation. Jana Gana Mana is India's national anthem. Government scheme, program launched for public welfare. Government scheme, program launched for public welfare. Schemes aim to support farmers, women, and youth. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, scheme for housing for all. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, scheme for housing for all. It helps poor families build houses. Ayushman Bharat, National Health Protection Scheme. Ayushman Bharat, National Health Protection Scheme. It provides free treatment to poor families. Swachh Bharat Mission, campaign for cleanliness. Swachh Bharat Mission, campaign for cleanliness, launched by Prime Minister Modi in 2014. Digital India, initiative to make services online. Digital India, initiative to make services online. It promotes technology-driven governance. Make in India, program to boost manufacturing. Make in India, program to boost manufacturing. It encourages domestic and foreign investment. Startup India, program to promote entrepreneurship. Startup India, program to promote entrepreneurship. It supports innovation and business ideas. Skill India, mission to train youth in various skills. Skill India, mission to train youth in various skills. It improves employability across industries. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, scheme to empower girls. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, scheme to empower girls. It promotes education and safety of daughters. PM Kisan Yojana, financial aid to farmers. PM Kisan Yojana, financial aid to farmers. Farmers receive direct income support under this scheme. MNREGA, Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. MNREGA, Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. It provides 100 days of work to rural households. Jal Jeevan Mission, scheme to provide drinking water. Jal Jeevan Mission, scheme to provide drinking water. It ensures every household gets tap water. Atal Pension Yojana, Social Security Scheme for Unorganized Workers. Atal Pension Yojana, Social Security Scheme for Unorganized Workers. Subscribers receive pension after 60 years of age. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Financial Inclusion Program. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Financial Inclusion Program. It helps citizens open zero-balance bank accounts. National Education Policy, Reform for Modern Education. National Education Policy, Reform for Modern Education. It was introduced in 2020. Archaeology, study of ancient remains and artifacts. Archaeology, study of ancient remains and artifacts. It helps us understand early human life. Artifact, object made by humans in ancient times. Artifact, object made by humans in ancient times. Pottery and tools are common examples. Excavation, process of digging to find historical remains. Excavation, process of digging to find historical remains. Sites like Harappa were discovered through excavation. Civilization, advanced stage of human social development. Civilization, advanced stage of human social development. The Indus Valley is one of the oldest known civilizations. Urbanization, process of developing cities and towns. Urbanization, process of developing cities and towns. It began during the Harappan period. Script, system of writing. Script, system of writing. The Indus script remains undeciphered even today. Seals, engraved stones used for trade or identity. Seals, engraved stones used for trade or identity. They were common in Harappan civilization. Terracotta, baked clay used in making idols or pottery. Terracotta, baked clay used in making idols or pottery. Many terracotta figures were found in ancient India. Trade route, path used for buying and selling goods. Trade route, path used for buying and selling goods. The Silk Route connected India to Central Asia. Dynasty, series of rulers from one family. Dynasty, series of rulers from one family. The Maurya and Gupta were great Indian dynasties. Empire, large political unit under one ruler. Empire, large political unit under one ruler. The Mughal Empire ruled most of India. Invasion, entry of foreign armies into a country. Alexander invaded India in 326 BCE. Conquest, act of capturing a region by force. Conquest, act of capturing a region by force. Ashoka expanded his empire through conquest. Inscription, writing carved on stone or metal. Inscription, writing carved on stone or metal. Ashokan edicts are famous inscriptions. Manuscript, handwritten document or book. Manuscript, handwritten document or book. Ancient texts were written on palm leaves. Vedas, oldest sacred texts of India. Vedas, oldest sacred texts of India. They contain hymns and spiritual knowledge. Upanishads, philosophical teachings from the Vedas. Upanishads, philosophical teachings from the Vedas. They discuss the soul and ultimate truth. Jainism, ancient religion teaching nonviolence. Jainism, ancient religion teaching nonviolence, founded by Mahavira in the 6th century BCE. Buddhism, religion based on the teachings of Buddha. Buddhism, religion based on the teachings of Buddha. It spread from India to many Asian countries. Stupa, dome-shaped structure for Buddhist relics. Stupa, dome-shaped structure for Buddhist relics. The Sanchi Stupa is a famous example. Monastery, place where monks live and meditate. Monastery, place where monks live and meditate. Nalanda was an ancient Buddhist monastery. Sultanate, period of Muslim rule in India before Mughals. Sultanate, period of Muslim rule in India before Mughals. Delhi Sultanate lasted from 1206 to 1526. Architecture, art of designing and constructing buildings. Architecture, art of designing and constructing buildings. Mughal architecture gave us monuments like the Taj Mahal. Revolution, sudden change in political or social system. Revolution, sudden change in political or social system. The Industrial Revolution changed the world economy. Colonialism, control of one country by another. Colonialism, control of one country by another. India was under British colonial rule for nearly 200 years. Nationalism, love and devotion for one's country. Nationalism, love and devotion for one's country. It united Indians during the freedom struggle. Partition, division of India in 1947. Partition, division of India in 1947. It created two nations, India and Pakistan. Independence, freedom from foreign rule. Independence, freedom from foreign rule. India gained independence on August 15, 1947. Constitution, supreme law of the country. Constitution, supreme law of the country. It defines the powers of government and citizens' rights. Republic, government in which power rests with the people. Republic, government in which power rests with the people. India became a republic on January 26, 1950. Democracy, system where people elect their leaders. Democracy, system where people elect their leaders. India is the world's largest democracy. Federalism, division of powers between central and state governments. Federalism, division of powers between central and state governments. It ensures balance in governance. Monsoon, seasonal wind bringing rainfall. Monsoon, seasonal wind bringing rainfall. It is vital for Indian agriculture. Plateau, raised flat area of land. Plateau, raised flat area of land. The Deccan Plateau covers southern India. Valley, low area between hills or mountains. Valley, low area between hills or mountains. Kashmir Valley is known for its beauty. Glacier, slow-moving river of ice. Glacier, slow-moving river of ice. Gangotri Glacier is the source of the Ganga. Peninsula, land surrounded by water on three sides. Peninsula, land surrounded by water on three sides. India is a large peninsula in South Asia. Island, piece of land surrounded by water. Island, piece of land surrounded by water. Andaman and Nicobar are Indian islands. Delta, land formed where a river meets the sea. Delta, land formed where a river meets the sea. The Ganga-Brahmaputra Delta is the largest in the world. Desert, dry region with little rainfall. Desert, dry region with little rainfall. The Thar Desert lies in Rajasthan. Forest, large area covered with trees. Forest, large area covered with trees. India's tropical forests support rich biodiversity. Biodiversity, variety of living organisms. Biodiversity, variety of living organisms. The Western Ghats are a biodiversity hotspot. Erosion, wearing away of soil by wind or water. Erosion, wearing away of soil by wind or water. Deforestation increases soil erosion. Volcano, mountain that releases lava and gases. Volcano, mountain that releases lava and gases. Barren Island is India's active volcano. Earthquake, shaking of the ground due to tectonic movements. Earthquake, shaking of the ground due to tectonic movements. It can cause great destruction. Tsunami, giant sea wave caused by earthquakes. Tsunami, giant sea wave caused by earthquakes. The 2004 tsunami hit Indian coastal regions. Cyclone, violent storm with high-speed winds. Cyclone, violent storm with high-speed winds. Cyclone Amphan caused massive damage in 2020. Latitude, imaginary line parallel to the equator. Latitude, imaginary line parallel to the equator. The Tropic of Cancer passes through India. Longitude, imaginary line running north to south. Longitude, imaginary line running north to south. They help in calculating time zones. Equator, line dividing the Earth into two halves. Equator, line dividing the Earth into two halves. Countries near the equator have tropical climates. Hemisphere, half of the Earth. Hemisphere, half of the Earth. India lies in the northern hemisphere. Climate, long-term weather condition of a region. Climate, long-term weather condition of a region. India has a tropical monsoon climate. Archaeology, study of ancient remains and artifacts. Archaeology, study of ancient remains and artifacts. It helps us understand early human life. Artifact, object made by humans in ancient times. Artifact, object made by humans in ancient times. Pottery and tools are common examples. Excavation, process of digging to find historical remains. Excavation, process of digging to find historical remains. Sites like Harappa were discovered through excavation. Civilization, advanced stage of human development. Civilization, advanced stage of human development. The Indus Valley is one of the oldest civilizations. Urbanization, growth of towns and cities. Urbanization, growth of towns and cities. It began during the Harappan period. Script, system of writing. Script, system of writing. The Indus script is still undeciphered. Seals, engraved stones used for trade or identity. Seals, engraved stones used for trade or identity. They were common in the Harappan culture. Terracotta, baked clay used for pottery and idols. Terracotta, baked clay used for pottery and idols. Many terracotta figures were found in ancient India. Trade route, path used for commerce. Trade route, path used for commerce. The Silk Route connected India to Asia. Dynasty, line of rulers from one family. Dynasty, line of rulers from one family. The Maurya and Gupta were great dynasties. Empire, large state under one ruler. Empire, large state under one ruler. The Mughals built a vast empire. Invasion, entry of foreign armies. Invasion, entry of foreign armies. Alexander invaded India in 326 BCE. Conquest, capture of land by force. Conquest, capture of land by force. Ashoka expanded his realm through conquest. Inscription, writing carved on stone or metal. Inscription, writing carved on stone or metal. Ashokan edicts are famous inscriptions. Manuscript, handwritten document or book. Manuscript, handwritten document or book. Ancient texts were written on palm leaves. Vedas, oldest sacred texts of India. Vedas, oldest sacred texts of India. They contain hymns and rituals. Upanishads, philosophical teachings of the Vedas. Upanishads, philosophical teachings of the Vedas. They explore the nature of the soul. Jainism, religion teaching nonviolence. Jainism, religion teaching nonviolence. Founded by Mahavira in the 6th century BCE. Buddhism, faith based on the teachings of Buddha. Buddhism, faith based on the teachings of Buddha. It spread across Asia from India. Stupa, dome structure holding Buddhist relics. Stupa, dome structure holding Buddhist relics. The Sanchi Stupa is a famous site. Monastery, dwelling for monks. Monastery, dwelling for monks. Nalanda was an ancient monastery. Sultanate, era of early Muslim rule. Sultanate, era of early Muslim rule. Delhi Sultanate lasted till 1526. Architecture, art of designing buildings. Architecture, art of designing buildings. The Taj Mahal shows Mughal architecture. Revolution, sudden political or social change. Revolution, sudden political or social change. The Industrial Revolution changed the world. Colonialism, control of one nation by another. Colonialism, control of one nation by another. India suffered under British colonialism. Nationalism, devotion to one's country. Nationalism, devotion to one's country. It united Indians for independence. Partition, division of India in 1947. Partition, division of India in 1947. It created India and Pakistan. Independence, freedom from foreign rule. Independence, freedom from foreign rule. India became free on 15th August 1947. Constitution, supreme law of the nation. Constitution, supreme law of the nation. It defines powers and rights. Republic, government run by people. Republic, government run by people. India became a republic on 26th January 1950. Democracy, system where citizens elect rulers. Democracy, system where citizens elect rulers. India is the world's largest democracy. Federalism, power divided between center and states. Federalism, power divided between center and states. It keeps governance balanced. Monsoon, seasonal wind bringing rain. Monsoon, seasonal wind bringing rain. It's vital for Indian farming. Plateau, flat high land. Plateau, flat high land. The Deccan Plateau covers South India. Valley, low land between hills. Valley, low land between hills. Kashmir Valley is world famous. Glacier, slow-moving ice mass. Glacier, slow-moving ice mass. Gangotri Glacier feeds the Ganga. Peninsula, land with water on three sides. Peninsula, land with water on three sides. India is a large peninsula. Island, land surrounded by water. Island, land surrounded by water. Andaman and Nicobar are Indian islands. Delta, land at a river's mouth. Delta, land at a river's mouth. The Sundarbans Delta is the largest. Desert, dry region with little rain. Desert, dry region with little rain. The Thar Desert lies in Rajasthan. Forest, vast area of trees. Forest, vast area of trees. India's forests shelter wildlife. Biodiversity, variety of life forms. Biodiversity, variety of life forms. The Western Ghats are a hotspot. Erosion, wearing away of soil. Erosion, wearing away of soil. It increases after deforestation. Volcano, mountain that ejects lava. Volcano, mountain that ejects lava. Barren Island is active in India. Earthquake, shaking of Earth's surface. Earthquake, shaking of Earth's surface, measured on the Richter scale. Tsunami, giant sea wave. Tsunami, giant sea wave. The 2004 tsunami hit India's coast. Cyclone, violent windstorm. Cyclone, violent windstorm. Cyclone Amphan struck in 2020. Latitude, line parallel to the equator. Latitude, line parallel to the equator. Tropic of Cancer crosses India. Longitude, line from north to south. Longitude, line from north to south. They help fix time zones. Equator, line dividing the earth. Equator, line dividing the earth. Regions near it stay hot. Government, system for governing a country. Government, system for governing a country. It runs the nation's affairs. Parliament, lawmaking body of India. Parliament, lawmaking body of India. It has Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha, House of the People. Lok Sabha, House of the People. Members are directly elected by citizens. Rajya Sabha, Council of States. Rajya Sabha, Council of States. It represents the states of India. President, head of the nation. President, head of the nation. He is the constitutional head of India. Prime Minister, head of the government. Prime Minister, head of the government. He leads the Council of Ministers, Cabinet, group of top ministers. Cabinet, group of top ministers. They take major government decisions. Governor, head of a state. Governor, head of a state, appointed by the president, chief minister, leader of a state government. Chief minister, leader of a state government. He holds executive power in the state. Constitution, supreme law of the land. Constitution, supreme law of the land. It defines structure and powers. Preamble, introduction to the Constitution. Preamble, introduction to the Constitution. It declares India sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic. Fundamental rights, basic rights of citizens. Fundamental rights, basic rights of citizens. They protect individual freedom. Fundamental duties, moral responsibilities of citizens. Fundamental duties, moral responsibilities of citizens, added by the 42nd Amendment. Directive principles, guidelines for governance. Directive principles, guidelines for governance. They aim for social and economic justice. Judiciary, system that interprets laws. Judiciary, system that interprets laws. It ensures justice and fairness. Supreme Court, highest court in India. Supreme Court, highest court in India. It protects the Constitution. High Court, top court of a state. High Court, top court of a state. It handles state-level cases. Election, process of choosing leaders. Election, process of choosing leaders. Held by secret voting. Election Commission, body that conducts elections. Election Commission, body that conducts elections, ensures free and fair voting. Voting, right to choose representatives. Voting, right to choose representatives. Every adult citizen can vote. Franchise, right to vote in elections. Franchise, right to vote in elections. India has universal adult franchise. Majority, more than half of votes. Majority, more than half of votes. It decides election results. Opposition, parties not in power. Opposition, parties not in power. They question government policies. Bill, proposal for a new law. Bill, proposal for a new law. It must pass both houses. Act, bill approved by Parliament. Act, bill approved by Parliament. Then it becomes law. Amendment, change in the Constitution. Amendment, change in the Constitution. It updates or adds new provisions. Bureaucracy, system of officials and departments. Bureaucracy, system of officials and departments. They help in policy implementation, public policy, government's action plan. Public policy, government's action plan. It guides national programs. Welfare state, government caring for citizens. Welfare state, government caring for citizens. India follows the welfare model. Federal system, power shared by center and states. Federal system, power shared by center and states. It ensures balanced governance. Union territory, region under central control. Union territory, region under central control. Delhi and Chandigarh are examples. Municipality, local urban body. Municipality, local urban body. It manages city services. Panchayat, village level government. Panchayat, village level government. It ensures local participation. Citizen, member of a country. Citizen, member of a country. Has rights and responsibilities. Census, official count of population. Census, official count of population. India conducts it every 10 years. Reservation, system for social justice. Reservation, system for social justice. Provides seats for SC, ST, OBC. Equality, state of being equal. Equality, state of being equal. It's guaranteed by the Constitution. Liberty, freedom to act and think. Liberty, freedom to act and think. It's a core democratic value. Justice, fairness, and law in society. Justice, fairness, and law in society. India ensures social, economic, and political justice. Sovereignty, supreme power of a nation. Sovereignty, supreme power of a nation. India is independent and sovereign. Secularism, respect for all religions. Secularism, respect for all religions. No official state religion in India. Socialism, equal distribution of resources. Socialism, equal distribution of resources. It aims to reduce inequality. Democracy, rule by the people. Democracy, rule by the people. India's democracy is the largest in the world. Republic, country without a monarch. Republic, country without a monarch. Leaders are elected, not inherited. Economy, system of production and consumption. Economy, system of production and consumption. It shows how a nation earns and spends. Budget, annual financial plan of government. Budget, annual financial plan of government. It shows income and expenditure. Revenue, money received by government. Revenue, money received by government. It comes from taxes and duties. Expenditure, money spent by government. Expenditure, money spent by government, used for schemes and salaries. Fiscal deficit, gap between income and spending. Fiscal deficit, gap between income and spending. It shows how much government borrows. Monetary policy, control of money supply. Monetary policy, control of money supply. Managed by the Reserve Bank of India. Repo rate, rate at which RBI lends to banks. Repo rate, rate at which RBI lends to banks. Lower repo means cheaper loans. Reverse repo rate, rate at which banks lend to RBI. Reverse repo rate, rate at which banks lend to RBI. It helps control liquidity, inflation, rise in prices of goods. Inflation, rise in prices of goods. Reduces purchasing power. Deflation, fall in general prices. Deflation, fall in general prices. Happens when demand is low. GDP, total value of goods and services. GDP, total value of goods and services. It measures national income. GNP, GDP plus income from abroad. GNP, GDP plus income from abroad, shows total national output, per capita income, average income per person, per capita income, average income per person, divides national income by population. Subsidy, financial help from government. Subsidy, financial help from government, given to support poor or farmers. Tax, compulsory payment to government. Tax, compulsory payment to government. Main source of public revenue, direct tax, tax paid directly by person. Direct tax, tax paid directly by person. Example, income tax. Indirect tax, tax on goods and services. Indirect tax, tax on goods and services. Example, GST, GST, goods and services tax. GST, goods and services tax. One nation, one tax system. Hemisphere, half of the earth. Hemisphere, half of the earth. India lies in the northern hemisphere. Climate, long-term weather pattern. Climate, long-term weather pattern. India has a monsoon climate. Custom duty, tax on imports or exports. Custom duty, tax on imports or exports. Collected at international borders. Excise duty, tax on goods produced in India. Excise duty, tax on goods produced in India. Levied on manufacturing units. Subprime loan, risky loan given to weak borrowers. Subprime loan, risky loan given to weak borrowers. Caused global crisis in 2008. Investment, putting money for future profit. Investment, putting money for future profit. Can be in shares, bonds, or business.